And there are, and you talk about there are benefits to this blurring of the line or disintegration of the line with social media. Talk a little bit about the benefits.
Sure. So absolutely, even when I was in 2003 with no connection, we all wanted to talk to home. Like we yearned for a phone call or to receive a message. That's human nature, and that's what COVID really taught us, right? So COVID taught us that we can't just totally disconnect from our families and our societies and our communities and our groups, because that's not the way that humans work. Yes, you can do it for a short amount of time because you have to, but that's what I had to experience in war, was that there is benefits and people do want to talk to their loved ones. And that there's huge benefits of that. And I watched that through my kids, small kids that wanted to talk to mom, and that ability to talk to her daily was important.
And important to her or important to the service member deployed as well. I mean, that
absolutely,
that boost goes absolutely both to the kids, but to the parent as well.
Yeah, so I got that a lot, recently with Ukraine about morale, right? So troops' morale is so important, and it is such an important part of the equation on the will to fight. Sometimes people will replace morale with what they're actually mean is cohesion and other things, but morale is that feeling which goes up and down, and there's all kinds of things that can lift it. But of course, hearing from your loved ones is a huge boost to soldiers' morale. We know that mail has always been in messages and all of that comes from that. But it's a double-edged sword, right? So you're going to receive bad messages, and that's what I was experiencing in 2008. We did in 2003 too. There was a time lapse between an event and soldier on the mission, which is important. But this is a challenge for, I think, everybody, right? So whether you're a pro sports team and you're trying to give a motivational speech in a locker room and somebody's on their cell phone, there is an aspect of knowing when people are in their virtual environment and when they need to be connected. In order to form the connections that matter most, there are moments when, okay, we have to be together as a team in this family at this moment.
Yeah, I think that's an important point to drive home to folks that, there's got to be time for both, but there is time when you just have to put down, turn over, don't look at the smartphone and the social media.
Listen to this full episode and more on the Apple Podcasts app, Blog Talk Radio, Google Podcasts, or iHeartRadio. And now streaming on Amazon Music, Audible, and Spotify.